Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Strafe Gal. I'm gonna play some more Pathfinder Kingmaker. I think we got our bugs from last time worked out. As you can see, my party is back to normal after I just reloaded the save. However, it kept doing the issue when I was playing earlier, so we'll see what happens. We've at least got a workaround for now, and I've reported it to the bug team, so we'll see if they've got any solutions for us. I think we're going to go try our luck at either the Spider Cave or Nettles Crossing here, or possibly just head to the Thorn Ford. You know what? I'm feeling like we should try the spiders again. And if the spiders go poorly again, which I could believe, then we can go for one of the other areas next. I'm hoping, so the difference between this attempt and last attempt is we have an additional party member. That additional party member is a dwarf, which means he's resistant to poison. He is... we'll do something like this. He also has... Let's make sure we've got our... Yeah, well, that'll work. He has a spell that lets him do an area of effect. Flame breath. It's not very powerful, but it'll actually hurt the spiders, unlike everything else we've got. Okay. It also mentions here torches are a good last resort, or can be a last resort. So I think what we're also going to do is create apparently we don't get to have, or we don't have a way to duplicate this. There might be. We'll see if we can look that up later. So we've got torches on our two frontliners if we need them. I'm also going to put these characters on bows to start with.
I wrote it like I saw it.
So that we can theoretically avoid this, them getting into the swarms. Okay. My biggest issue that I ran into last time was another swarm spawned shortly after the encounter started. And we're gonna have her fight defensively and head in. We're gonna have him... Oh, I didn't readjust his spells on this save. Okay, well, we'll leave Valerie up front then, to start with. We've got one fire belly at least. I don't think this Inspire Courage is going to matter right now, so we'll go ahead and just throw all of those. We're gonna cast Cure Light on Valerie here. Okay. So we have made the beginning of this, at least, taken care of. I suppose he doesn't have any healing right now, and I didn't get him potions. So I'll have him heal himself with a scroll quick. Valerie's gonna take a potion. And we are going to bombard this last swarm as fast as we can. That didn't do much. Okay, so now I'm gonna see if we can get rid of these bigger ones quick. We're gonna have him use his enlarge ability and try and start squishing this one. We're gonna remove fighting defensively on her so she can focus on offense while we get them taken care of. Looks like he still has some charges of Fire Belly left. So I'm gonna see if I can hit this swarm. I know I'm hitting my own people. At this point, that's about the only option I have because of the way swarms work. I suppose I could move Lindsay out of the reach. That'd be good. And I am actually going to have her toss Bard Song up. I think we're actually doing okay on healing right now, so I think I'm going to try Ear-Piercing Scream on the Spider Swarm.
Do not falter.
We'll toss a heal on Mary. Continue there. Torch. Spell. think we have to try the ear-piercing scream again. We'll have him toss another heal on Amiri. Have Amiri heal herself. And actually switch to a weapon, melee weapon, apparently.
Grotus awaits us.
Channel positive energy to heal the party. We've got at least a couple people with permanent strength damage.
This task is beyond me. I do not believe this is possible. Let us not hesitate. I have managed.
Okay. Well, that was an adventure. None of our characters can cast Lesser Restoration, so apparently we're just stuck with strength damage until it wears off. He's down 3, she's down 5, I think. Let's get these guys switched back to their real equipment.
I'm listening. Give the order.
I stand
Correct,
ready.
that's correct. And I believe we have to get the Fangberries back within a certain time frame. So we're gonna head straight back. Oh boy. Let's double check this real quick here. Before it spoils. Okay. So we haven't, it doesn't specify how long before it spoils, but I think if we just go straight there, we should be good. And hopefully, okay. So I think what happened there is, now that I'm looking at this, because we didn't actually get the dialogue for it or anything, it looks like Amiri is specifically interested in the Tusk Gutter quest that we got as we walked in last time, and she walked down with that, with Oleg. So I'm wondering if the reason that there were 2 was because of the dialogue that was supposed to happen when she walks up. Oh, that was Bakken. Hey, a potion of lesser restoration. That's so nice. Okay. Well, that's good. So we actually got some experience for that as well, which is nice. Unfortunately, ability damage 3, ability damage. Oh, it's just 3 each. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is head up here and sleep again. I hate to do that so quickly. But I feel like Getting these guys back up to fighting fit is going to be kind of important.
Without a doubt.
So I'm going to have Jeren stay kind of back row for a little bit and give Amiri that potion. Okay, it only recovered one, unfortunately, which is the worst result. 1 in 4 chance of it doing that. Okay, so 1 more night's sleep will take care of Amiri. 2 night sleeps for Jeren, which basically just means we're gonna leave Jeren as a bow, or using his bow for the time being, because it's strength-based damage. He's got spells and plenty of other stuff that he can contribute still, so I'm slightly less worried. So we've got this old sycamore. We're not going to be able to get to Tusketer for a while. We've got the Thorn Ford, which we know is going to be a story thing in a bit. I'm going to kind of try and vary my route a little here. Nice. I don't feel like we should do that while we are down strength like this. I want to get a route down. I think we're going to try this. We don't want to enter. We're just going to get it on our map. So we've got a clear route. We're going to try and avoid. We've successfully evaded. Once again, my goal here, my primary goal is just to get... would you like to begin resting? Oh, yes, that was the goal. Not sure why we don't have our second guard. Hunting is required for a rest. So we'll take time. Someone on the road, get ready. Oh. So our watches found somebody, I guess. Nice. That sounded like kobolds. I have no idea where they... Oh, they're there. Okay. So we're still fatigued because we haven't finished our rest yet. We're going to go ahead and have her start Bard's Song. Valerie's going to run this way. Gonna have him do some spells. And we're gonna have her... Well, let's wait until we see where they end up.
Anything is possible.
I think we're gonna take everything but the spears. So yeah, we don't need their equipment. Let's make sure this isn't a composite bow. Yeah, that's probably worth it for the weight. How does this work? Do we have to end an encounter? Apparently we're getting achievement progress for that. I'm not sure if you can see that since Steam menu. I think Harem's interesting now that we're seeing a little bit of more of him. Oh my gosh. Well, this is the true D&D experience, I guess. Random encounters on the road. I've never been a big fan of this style of D&D.
Let us strike as one.
Repent!
Oh. Totally missed that one being there at all. Aha. If you just sit there, it goes back to it. Instead of what it was doing before. Nice. So now we can leave. And I've actually finished the rest. Since last time we got interrupted right away too. So I'm not sure how you do the watches, but I feel like there's got to be something like in the character menu or something that can, or the formations, as far as who has what role. Because right now Harem isn't taking a watch, and it feels like he should be taking one of the watches since his perception is actually way better than Valerie's. But whatever. Weird. Okay, so we're gonna check out this old sycamore since it's highlighted. Just see if there's something going on. And hopefully, when we get to the end or the next
Greetings. I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I have conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron.
Wait,
King
why
Moriarty
why
no
is he
stranger to
here?
Intrigue and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamande sends her apologies. Lady Jamande ordered me to capture Tartuccio. We were following his trail when that damned mist fell. First, we entirely lost our way and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. Alas, nearly all my people were wounded and can go no further. And so I am here asking for your aid. I'll point out on the map where Tartuccio is supposed to be. Bring that scum
Nice.
to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. Restov will not forget this favor. Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands. Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information.
Okay.
To victory!
Okay.
Let us strike as one!
Repent!
Yeah, that'll work. Have her fight defensively while we get going. Have him toss a destructive smite out. Should probably actually remember to use his judgments here.
We shall overcome.
Nice.
Forwards. I have managed.
Nice.
Applause, please.
I think it's somewhat inappropriate to request applause when you're, you know, looting the corpses of the people who were sent here to help us. But, you know, you do you. There's enough supplies here to camp once. Free? Sure. We'll spend the night here.
What for Gorham?
And apparently there's a thing there. Right now. Oh. fear effects are really, really stupid. So, you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and... This is a great time to point out. One of the biggest problems that I've perpetually run into...
Forgive me for this failure.
In running D&D games are some of the way status effects can affect players. In this particular case, you saw my entire party just ended up wandering around aimlessly for quite a while. I mean, the durations on those effects are fairly long, at times.
Won't kill me.
You know, it's just this seems like it'd be annoying. You know, what we're seeing right here. If you take into consideration the fact that in a normal D&D game, all of that randomization and running around would actually be people unable to do anything, unable to participate because of that. Most effects like that work in a similar way. Another scare.
Attack!
I'm all right. I'll survive. I always survive.
So we're just going to go ahead and load now, because there's no way we're getting out of this. This is... I understand they're trying to mirror the game accurately, but powerful fear effects at low levels are ridiculous. Like, I knew that going in. That's not like a thing because of this situation. That is a fact. I've run into this as a DM before. You know, I've actually run some encounters where fear effects were used to...
Repent.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of them. Where fear effects were used. Actually, let's do this first. And... yeah, I mean, it's just not fun, basically. I realize that it's a thing in the game.
Let us strike as one. Do not falter.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and clear a little bit more of this area out real quick before we rest. And I may just skip the rest in this area.
Survive. I always survive.
Um,
I'll survive. I always survive. Onwards!
okay. Now, one of... I actually had a build that I used that was based on a rogue variant.
I was successful in my search.
Nice. That was intimidation based, and I actually ran an encounter. I want to say it was Knowles or something like that.
I see something.
An ambush, eh?
Applause, please.
That is quite a discovery.
Giant centipede. I don't want to fight a giant centipede, so I hope that's not a thing we're gonna have to do.
Applause, please.
I will guide us.
To the dungeons? Huh. Okay. Well, that was interesting, at least. I'm not sure how handy it was. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that other encounter for the time being. Oh, hey, there's that giant centipede that noticed us.
Low.
Let's hope it doesn't poison us. Oh, there's another one. That's not good.
Won't kill me.
That's not good. That's really not good. Let's make sure we're all on melee right now based on where we're at. People are starting to take poison. How much dex damage did she take? Just one. Okay, so after a night's rest, everyone will be back up and good. But we definitely want to get out of here.
The end draws near.
plus a couple channels. I do feel like we want to get rid of these wolves quick while we're here.
Stay behind me.
I need to remember to have her use rage more often, because I keep forgetting. Why are you walking over there?
Our path leads.
Okay. Well, that could have gone worse. um, I feel like we'll need to come back here when we've got when we're better rested at this point. We can try that. I'm assuming ghost of some kind again. We'll probably also want to try and use Harem's channeling at that point. I think we're good there. Well, that was interesting. So I think we're gonna head east or north and camp. That's where he is. I don't know if we are ready to take him. I could use it. We could use another level first, I think. How's our XP at? 35. Oh, we're a long ways off getting level 3. So maybe not. Okay, let's real quick. Find the camp options. By the way, this dueling sword, we can we don't have anybody who can use it right now, but when I actually get to the point where I can make mercenaries, for instead of using the given hirelings, one of the characters I'm planning on probably doing is a character who uses the dueling sword. One of your piercing screams. Some more alchemist fire. Aha! She has a -1 stealth. Let's have her watch, or take a watch. -15. I feel like this is probably actually a better way to go. And you know what? I'm actually going to have her double up on the hunting. So that it goes faster. There we go. He jumped out the window. Shrike River, Jeren. Oh, spotted enemies. Oh, Jeren didn't actually get to rest again. Okay, I may just have to eat another rest period for this. Because I'm very frustrated with the fact that he hasn't been able to rest again. And we can't let him get we can't let him get exhausted if we continue on. That is a swamp. I think we're gonna save here. Well, this has been an interesting little endeavor so far. The two fear effects that we've run into have been really nasty. We also had that one instance where all of our characters got hit with a color spray and disabled for a time. Genuinely, that's really... I think it, as bad as those spells are, I think it's more accurate to say that's also one of the reasons I don't like low-level D&D campaigns. Most of the campaigns I start are at least level 3, if not level 5. Part of the reason for that is because, especially at very low levels, at level 1 and 2, it's very random. Your stats don't matter that much. Like the fact that I failed some checks, like a bunch of diplomacy checks or persuasion checks during that first scene. The fact that I ran into some issues with a lot of will saves, with color spray, with fear effects. Even the characters who are good at saving throws, wisdom saving throws, are not going to do well against fear effects necessarily, because if it's a DC, even if it's a DC 15, even a cleric has like a 5. It's still a 50-50 shot for the best equipped person. The rest of the group, forget about it. They don't even have a chance. Well, they do, but it's, a 1 in 10 chance, a 10%, 15% chance of actually succeeding on those saves most of the time. So it really just comes down to the dice. Same thing with hit points. These characters actually have, a lot of these characters actually have fairly solid hit points, or I would be having even more trouble. If I was playing a spellcaster, that'd be even more disparate. Go down really fast, 1-2 hits. The sneak attack encounter during the first session. Like, there's literally, you get hit once, you're just done. There's nothing you can do about it, because sneak attack does so much damage at low levels. Critical attacks do so much damage at low levels. Bows, especially. So, yeah. Despite my complaints, it is doing a very good job mirroring what the system is supposed to do, what Pathfinder is supposed to do, what D&D is supposed to do. The thing that is missing from it as a computer game is the fact that in a normal D&D game, when the entire party gets hit with a fear effect and everyone fails their will save and it runs around like chickens with their heads cut off for 4 turns, 5 turns, the DM realizes that that's not fun and fudges something or adjusts it on the fly, and a computer can't do that. I suppose the counter to that is, in a regular D&D game, you can't load your save state when that happens, and choose not to sleep at the haunted camp. But I think I like the human element in that situation better than the fact that you can just try again. So yeah. Hopefully you have enjoyed what's been going on in this session. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. There will be much more to come. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.